Welcome to a Holy Shitwoch
bonus.
Yeah, right. We welcome our guests in the oldest video store in the world. Herzlich willkommen, Velia und Iria from Sozo.
Yay.
Welcome, Sozo, Visions in Motion. Könnt ihr kurz vorstellen, Velia, was ist Sozo, was macht ihr und ja, was steht so an bei euch?
Okay, wir sind Studentinnen, Auszubildende aus der Berufsfachschule Sozo Visions in Motion, eine 3-jährige Berufsausbildung für zeitgenössischen Bühnentanz. In Deutsch erstmal, I think then we switch to English.
Yeah, we can also switch to English. So Sozo Visions in Motion is a dance school here in Kassel.
Yeah.
That means not the video store, Randfilm, and we had a nice collaboration in February, just before Corona. We're really glad that this happened. Suspiria, A Night in Blood Red in the Peter's Church in Leipzig. We had Claudio Siminetti as our guest, and he did the live sound effects with his band Goblin to Suspiria, and you, Velia, on the left. You danced in the opening ceremony. Can you describe what's in your mind if you hear Peter's Church in Leipzig and Night in Blood Red?
Yeah, it was a very Hauruck-Aktion, I would say. A very shortly planned trip. So we went to Leipzig. We had, I think, 2 days rehearsal. Never met the musicians except of Henrike, who was choreographing our piece.
Mm-hmm.
And we sat there for 2 days, and we got the music in advance from the band. 2 very, very great tracks.
Yeah.
By Goblin, right?
No, by Domo. The opening scene was Domo, Leipzig. Yeah. Okay.
And we kind of fitted it into the space of the church to the music, 20-minute long performance, where we kind of, I would say, got crazy. So the music was very, very driving, and the people it was like around 500 people or stuff.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people, whole church full, and we were kind of all around, running around, even going through the people, touching them, and I think they were very, very shocked somehow.
Yeah, even me. I was planning it. I was part of the stuff, and I was really scared in parts of you. You were scarier than the movie.
Nobody expected. Also to be so close, like then to real performance. They all like thought, okay, we're gonna watch a movie, see live music, and then they got touched by some creepy dancers.
Awesome. I already have chills. So it was incredible. Great job. It wasn't the first, and wasn't the last time for Randfilm to collaborate with Sozo, but today we're here to reveal our top picks, dance scenes in movies.
Whoa!
What do you know about that? We all picked our favorite dance scene of movies, and we have our guest the starting honor. So, who of you wants to start? Reveal their favorite dance scenes, and please say why in a few sentences.
You want to start?
Okay, so mine is The Cost of Living. It's a 30 minutes film by DB8, Physical Theater Dance Company. The film is from 2004, and it's an adaptation of a stage production. This film tells the story of 2 street performers that meet other performers and circus artists, and it's filmed in a town in England at the end of the summer. And this film, as all of the works from Lloyd Newson, which is the director, has a strong critique about society and the obsession of image, among many other topics. So I don't want to reveal anymore the film. I just fully recommend you to watch it. And yes, I think you will put like a short clip of this.
Yeah.
It's
Editor's note.
Yeah, editor's note.
Of course, we were gonna to watch it. When I saw a few clips of it, it's also a very British working class environment, and the surroundings, the houses you see in the background are really British working class, which my dad belongs to right now. So he lives in a British working class district near London. But the amazing part you showed us was when the Dancer Without Legs had the performance and the supporting dancers were behind him. It was just amazing to watch.
Yeah, really impressive.
And it's online full, so it's free to watch on YouTube actually.
Free to watch. Oh yeah, no licensing, nothing to get kicked out by YouTube. But this would change. This will change throughout the video. So, DV8, your first pick. Ilya, great pick. Should one of us go now? You want to go?
So my first, so my number one. Shall I reveal it? We had a little argument the last time we revealed when we revealed our favorite cartoons, because I mentioned the cartoon first, and Dave was kind of frustrated about this.
Yeah, because it was my first as well.
So I kind of consider to give my first pick to you, actually.
No.
Okay,
just have it.
Okay.
It's okay.
Right.
I'm a generous guy. You know?
My first pick is kind of obvious. It's the grand finale of Napoleon Dynamite.
Woo!
It's a comedy. I think it's quite old. It's from
2007,
2008.
Yeah.
Round about that. And I liked it very much because there is a very introverted main character in this movie that doesn't really say a lot. He's not very expressive, and he's really closed, not only facial wise but also physically. And so in the final scene, when he dances, the choreography that he practiced, it's almost like an explosion of this character, and he comes to life in the end of the movie, and it's really a real ecstatic experience, actually. And that's my number one pick of dance scenes in movies.
Yeah. I love it as well. We had an argument, so it's close to my number one. Anyway, I love this movie. I am jealous of the director, because I wanted to make this movie. It's my dream to make a nerdy movie like this, and have it being set in the early 90s, high school.
Yeah.
You know, the 80s they're a bit overused in high school terms. But the early mid-90s are even now more current and more hip, like today, in 2020.
And this is actually our high school time, right?
This is our high school time, actually. Yeah. We're old. But I love it. I love the dance scene. It's Jamiroquai, the song you should mention.
Yeah.
It's beautiful. I tried to copy since 2008. I tried to copy a lot of his moves in clubs or in dancing occasions. I try to copy it all the time. So great pick. What do you think?
I think it's very, very great, because he's a quite skilled dancer, actually. Like what he's doing is not very simple. And my absolute favorite moment of this scene is when he has finished his great dance and how he walks off from the
Yeah.
It's like a wet dog, and it's exactly
great.
how every teacher tells us not to walk off after we have performed. Like exactly opposite how you should do it, and that's so great. Yeah.
And how would you walk off then if you finish the performance?
You have to take a bow. Maybe.
To be very convinced. That's like the main thing, especially like if you perform ballet, what we don't really do, but that's kind of the classical story. Also, if you fucked up, you just like end gracefully. You lift your arms, you bow, you tip it off the stage. Yeah.
Telemann, and then
Yeah.
hop off.
Cool. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So, Velia, it's time for your pick. What's it gonna be?
I choose also a British movie from 48, quite old one. It's called The Red Shoes. The Red Shoes is originally a fairy tale from Hans Christian Andersen, and this movie has a quite simple storyline. A young dancer getting into a ballet company, gets famous with this company, and then she is torn between her love of her life and the work in the company, and it ends quite dramatically. And one of the peaks of this movie is the performance of the Red Shoes, which they have rehearsed before a long time. And I love it very much because it's a 15-minute long scene where they really like show the whole evening performance, and they don't compromise with just showing snippets, and you have to imagine what might have happened on stage. I think the stage design is just great. The dancer is very great.
Costumes.
The costumes. There are some like side effects or like some special effects.
Yeah,
very charming ones.
Mm-hmm.
And I think for 48, it's quite cool, great work.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome, awesome. We just saw it, and we just saw parts of it, but it's amazing. Especially the newspaper thing.
Yeah.
It was the newspaper guy first, the newspaper dancing in the wind, and then it becomes a actual dancer, and then what did you say it in the end? It's just she throws him away,
and then he returns to newspapers, and it's just yesterday's news, and it's a beautiful scene, and actually very cute special effects as well. And from this period of time, I also love the colors of the film. It's like the old classical Technicolor colors, and the lighting is great, and it's just matching, a beautiful film.
Yeah, matching so good with the paintings in the background, with the painted backgrounds. Technicolor is something to do a stage
it's
movie.
Always magical, yeah.
Yeah, it's something to do a stage movie. I mean, Wizard of Oz and all the famous movies, you know them, but that's what it's all about. It's just like colors. Yeah, so these are our picks, best scenes. It's our opinion, it's the personal preference. It's not that we say these are the best scenes in movies.
Wait a second, I disagree. This is the oldest video store in the world. I think we have the authority to decide which is the best. So I think this is the definite definition of the best.
The Filmshop has spoken. These 4 scenes are the best. If you're not
wait, did you reveal yours?
I haven't. Yeah, one's still missing. Mine is the opening scene of Kevin Bacon's breakthrough movie, Footloose, of course. Again, 2 British, 2 American movies.
Yeah.
It's, you have to mention that one. It's the opening scene, and you see different characters, but you see only the feet. Maybe up until up until here, you see different people. It's Kenny Loggins' Footloose, the title song playing, and it's great. As a kid, when I watched it, I always imagined the whole persons. You never get to see it, but the different styles to dance, just seeing their feet is something really interesting. And I like this scene. I love this movie. And the premise, we talked about it before. It's just like Kevin Bacon moves in this new town, and to the adults in this town, dancing is like the kids taking crack or heroin, are addicted to drugs. It's just like dancing is the worst you can do in your free time. And they're just upset with their children just dancing in secret factories and secret places and hiding themselves from dancing. I mean, you 2 dancers, you're going to dance school. Can you imagine a world where dancing is just like forbidden or just a dirty habit?
No, it's like a world without music. It's like
yeah.
It wouldn't happen.
But you have to check this movie out. Maybe there's a happy ending to all those dancing kids.
Yeah, we won't spoiler this.
We won't
movie,
spoil it.
this
We won't spoil it.
30-year-old movie.
But you have to see it. Actually, where you should see it is maybe even here. You can rent it here. Maybe sooner or later you can watch it here as well. We reveal something about this next week. There's gonna be a couple cinema idea floating around. We need our last okay from the Ordnungsamt of Stadt Kassel, and then we're good to go. And then we would be happy to watch Footloose maybe with you two. We have to do some honorable mentions, of course. I put down, of course, Grease. If you have Kevin Bacon, you have to have John Travolta in it. Of course. Grease, 50s, it's awesome, it's nice, it's vintage as hell if you watch it. And Olivia Newton-John is awesome in this as well. I guess in the beginning she had to level up to compete with John Travolta. He was on top of his game, but she's doing really great. And also you had Gene Kelly.
I had Gene Kelly, but I have to mention another movie as well. It's kind of like a guilty pleasure of mine. It's a Bollywood movie called Khushi, Gham. And it's a beautiful film where there's an impressive dancing scene between two families, and so the one family is a very rich family with the son, and the other family is a very poor family with the daughter, and you can simultaneously watch them having a celebration and how rich and poor celebrate. And what I love about it is that it's kind of it's typical Bollywood style, where all of a sudden everything breaks out into a big dance, and all the inner emotions that are probably hidden by social conventions and stuff are suddenly revealed to all. And this is what I really love about this movie.
Good that you mentioned Bollywood. I mean, talking about dance movies in general, if you don't mention Bollywood, there's something missing, I guess. There's a lot of dancing in those movies, and it's also everything is great. I remember Jan Pechan Ho. It's like the funky phase in the 70s of Bollywood. It's really, really wild. And we can watch some snippets, editor's note as well. But of course, maybe the most popular dance movie of all time has to be Dirty Dancing.
Yes.
What do you think about Dirty Dancing?
Yeah, sure. I love it. It's a classic. But for Dirty Dancing, I have to mention also Dirty Dancing 2 because a lot of people don't know it, and I would say it's almost as great as the first one.
Okay.
Same story, same plot, but completely different characters. I'm pretty sure it's in Cuba. So kind of a rich girl goes to holidays with her family to Cuba and gets to know a guy from the streets, and they go out dancing.
So it's a little bit more salsa, no?
Yeah.
Okay, salsita. Why not? Honorable mention go out to Fred Astaire, of course.
Yes, Fred Astaire.
Yeah, great guy. My grandma was a huge Fred Astaire fan. Every time a movie with him was on, she used to watch it, and it's dynamic, it's power, it's boom, boom, boom.
And a little honorable mention goes out to Tom Cruise in Tropic Thunder with a very impressive hip-hop style of dance, and he has a great costume. He's a fat guy with a bald head and really big hands, and I was pretty impressed. I'm not the biggest fan of Tom Cruise, but I was really impressed by him, by this scene. It kind of was kind of a redemption moment in this film.
Maybe Tom Cruise is my guilty pleasure actor. A lot of favorite movies that I hide from people are with Tom Cruise.
Like Top Gun,
Cocktail.
That's a great movie. Actually.
Yeah, and I guess he's dancing in that one as well. But Tom Cruise is better in action scenes, I guess. So this should be our picks. You have some honorable mentions for us?
You have?
No?
Right now.
Mine would be shortly from Forrest Gump, where Elvis
Alright.
Presley is stealing the dance from
Yeah.
the forest.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Forrest Gump invented the Elvis dance in
Yes.
this scene.
Yeah, of course. Without Forrest Gump, wow, we wouldn't even have Shit Happens sticker.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, great. So, Ilya, Velia, it was great having you.
Thank you very much.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
so much for being here. It was an honor. Hope to see you soon in the film shop. And yeah, have a good one.
Yes.
Have a
Thank
good
you so
one.
much.
Bye bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.